the Wii menu where you can't use any kind of analog controls to access anything, so you have to turn on your Wii remote and pull out your sensor bar even if you just want to play a GameCube game.
Man, it has been years since I've seen this interface, and also I see your Ocarina of Time is the exact same spot as mine.
Oh yeah?
Well, it was before mine was dead.
Of course.
Oh well.
Because your Wii's dead, you said. Yeah.
My Wii is dead.
All these things don't work anymore because of they shut down all the Wii stuff.
I'm not gonna say my Wii's dead because I tried to mod Smash Brothers, but I tried to mod Smash Brothers and then my Wii stopped working.
Anyway, I'm Jacob.
I'm Joey.
We're here to play a video game that we talk about on the channel with some frequency.
Perhaps.
We've mentioned Sonic a handful of times before. You may or may not have noticed this about us.
I mean,
it happens
it's just
sometimes.
the first time we sang City Escape just happened to be in our first ever playthrough of anything.
But it was like 2 hours into our first playthrough of anything. Oh, dude, there are so many people over the years who have been in our comments section, so like they don't know anything about Sonic, and we keep making all these jokes and they don't get it.
We're talking about Sonic, but this isn't Sonic.
This isn't Sonic.
Look like Sonic at all.
This doesn't look anything like Sonic. We're gonna have to talk about that in a second too. But it's like, so we're gonna have to talk a lot about, because this is such a strange game because there are two very different ways to come into it when it launched.
Oh yeah, there
But
is.
the main thing is like, for the people who don't know nothing about Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't think they understand like that they're like, oh, we're gonna play a Sonic game, whatever, after they're playing Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy or whatever. It turns out this is where one of the best openings in all of video games was hiding the whole time.
Not just Sonic. This is not just the best Sonic opening.
You have to understand how much how much showing off that was, and I don't just mean the graphics, because it's like, okay, lyrics in video games. There have been songs in video games that have music and stuff, that have like, lyrics and real instruments in them, but it is a luxury item because of storage capacity.
However,
right? It's like, okay, you get Metal Gear Solid Original has the best is yet to come. The One Winged Angel in Final Fantasy VII has the chorus in there at the very end. This game opens
with words, and it's like it's so good.
It's so high quality, and there's so many tracks in this game that have lyrics. It's nonsense.
And there are so many. We've talked in the past in our other stuff how we'll just mention it's like, these games have good music. I'm gonna have to hold back my love for a lot of this.
We're gonna have to be careful that this doesn't just turn into a sing-along,
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, even when we were getting this prepped up, I was just hearing like Tails' theme in the background. I was like, yeah, I want to fly high.
Like the worst one. And it's like, this is still okay. This is fine. I'm okay with this one. Oh, look, you even have that looks like classic little chubby Sonic.
Yeah, that's Dreamcast.
That's Dreamcast Sonic.
So yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have so much to explain.
Yeah, we are. We're definitely gonna get into it, but just for posterity's sake, this is Sonic Adventure 1 DX Director's Cut for the GameCube, not Sonic Adventure 1 for Dreamcast.
I'll slap that in stereo sound. Why not?
Sure, why not?
It's gonna. Oh, dude, you put on the headphones.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing.
The Rumble feature.
Off.
Oh.
We're filming a Let's Play here. Damn it, we must be professionals.
Oh man.
What is that language? Just a bunch of chicken scraps. I don't know what that is.
I did that by accident when I was little, and I was like, oh god, I don't know what I want to do. Oh jeez.
So the thing that you have to. Well, I'll talk about
what's
this.
this?
What?
What's this? I know Sonic. who's this metal man? Who's this big fat?
I know these three.
Yeah, well, yeah, then we know these three.
So there's something that you have to understand about this if you're coming into this fresh, and we'll go into this in a bit more detail later, but it's a little bit of history about the Sonic the Hedgehog, like, video game series, the side-scrolling original classic games. That opening cutscene is very strange. There's not humans, there's not cities in Sonic the Hedgehog. The only human who shows up is Eggman.
Yes.
Dr. Robotnik, I should say, excuse me.
The villain.
That's another important distinction we'll get into later.
So we'll try to, anyway.
But the Sonic the Hedgehog 3, when did that come out?
Oh, man.
I want to double check the year on that one, because this is actually really important. Yeah, so Sonic the Hedgehog 3 came out in 1994, and the expansion for it, Sonic and Knuckles, came out, I want to say, later that year. Mm-hmm. For the next 6 years, thereabouts, there isn't really a mainline discernible Sonic game. There's a bunch of weirdo spin-offs, like Sonic R, 3D Blast,
all that crap.
There is no clear, definitive Sonic title for almost, like, 6 years, because this came out in 1999, when this was a launch title for the Dreamcast. This was the killer app for the Dreamcast, essentially.
Basically.
Which is somewhat unfortunate for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I mean, for the Dreamcast 2 ended up being, like, the last hurrah for it.
Yeah, it was... People think about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle almost more as a GameCube title than a Dreamcast title, some people.
Yeah, I mean, that's what most people remembered it for. I'm gonna blow myself up right here. When I had Sonic Adventure 2, I'd not played this game. I didn't know the Dreamcast existed.
Dude, because SA2 sold way better on GameCube than SA1 did.
It also came out like a few months after. Like it was barely it was not like a remake port thing. It came out a few months after the Dreamcast.
Yeah, and this is what's key to understand about this game as we get into it more, is that this became a sort of turning point in the Sonic fandom, because you have a lot of people who are hardcore Sonic fans who have been waiting 6 years for the next big Sonic game. But you also have people who were born mid-90s, early 90s, who were not around for the Genesis era, and there is a substantial gap where this is a lot of people's entry Sonic title on the Dreamcast in 99 or 2000, and beyond that, regardless of age, there is the console divide of once this and SA2 come to GameCube. If you've been a Nintendo boy for 5 years or 20 years, that's the first Sonic title you've ever played. And so we're gonna have there's gonna be a lot to say about that kind of as we go on here, but it's important to explain that distinction.
Right there.
That animation is gonna happen a lot at varying speeds. It is important to understand that distinction as we kick this game off. Because this does not look like a Sonic game.
Oh, we mentioned no humans. Look at all these humans.
Look at this city.
This is a city. Yeah, there was no city. There
were the only cities that existed in Sonic games. The Sonic games are very environmentalist. The only cities that you saw were like the Chemical Plant Zone and Casinopolis, and they seem like these big artificial things that Eggman has built. And here comes the best line of dialogue in any video game ever.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
Oh man, it's so good.
It's just, what is happening? A helicopter, police cars. Oh god, I love this guy drifting in the background doing a full-on Tokyo drift.
What's up?
Some of you may also be noticing that you're like, man, why are they editing the volume in this LP so weird? That's not us.
No. Volume mixing, that didn't exist.
People on the Sonic team. You shouldn't even say didn't exist, because this continues to be a problem for the team.
I know, for a while.
Honestly, the best thing about Sonic 06 is that they finally figured out audio mixing.
That was the one thing they figured out.
They cached all their... They pulled out their monkey paw and they said, please let us figure out audio mixing, and one finger curled up.
Oh wait, this is an Eggman. What's this? Wait, guns?
Lots of guns.
Most people thought Shadow the Hedgehog was the first time guns was in Sonic, but they were wrong.
I love how terrible the humans look. It's amazing.
Oh, it's rough. Oh man, it's been so long. I can't wait to get all this voice acting again.
I can't. Oh boy.
Because I feel like Sonic's isn't that bad, but I feel like everybody else is around them.
I'm just thinking. For us, it's been like a year since we shot Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes.
Because the show basically hasn't existed for quite some time. We've done streaming stuff every now and then, but that's about it. And like,
oh boy, yeah, no level, right into it. Chaos 0.
This is
boss fight.
A lot of hard lessons are going to be were learned in the early days of 3D gaming with this game. Here's the thing. People talk about this game being, oh, this game was so good for the time, and they when they say that, they tend to forget that Ocarina was already out. And 64 had been out for like almost 5 years.
Oh man, dude, that was actually like the best cycle you could have gotten for that.
That was
fight,
amazing.
by the way, because usually he jumps around up there.
This game is not as revolutionary as people like to talk about it being. There were a lot of things about this game that were vastly outdated by the time that it came out.
Before we started, I talked to you. I called this the Mario 64 of Sonic. And that's what people wanted it to be. That sure as hell is not what it was.
But the thing that I have to say right off the bat... Oh no, he's getting away!
And see, Sonic was never like this before either.
We never spoke.
He never spoke, but now
unless you were playing Archie Comics and TV show, which is another important thing we're gonna have to talk about. There's so many pieces of Sonic that have to be explained.
Oh my god!
I love this.
Oh yes.
Next shot.
You know nothing, fool.
What is he doing there?
The god of destruction.
Oh.
I don't think we can see his eyes behind the glasses in this game.
I'm just thinking to myself, from the perspective of people watching the channel, like a video ago, Kingdom Hearts 3, which is a perfectly competent, well-made, functional video game, we will have, from their perspective, we just finished playing that game in the last episode, we're like, this sucks! And now we're like, yeah! Get hyped for Sonic Adventure!
Look at him sunbathing. Oh wait, what's this?
Look at the animation on the plane is so good. They can't.
Man. We're not going to be able to demonstrate it in this, but this, when like hearing Tails talk in the Japanese dub of this game is like ear-shattering. It's awful. That's one thing I remember when I was little because I was like, oh, you can change the language. I'm going to try to play it in a different one, and immediately played as Tails. I was like, okay, I'm good.
Oh man, look at her.
Oh yeah, look at this babe. Oh man, just like Lara Croft.
But where is she? I can't see her. The camera. It won't work with me. Here. Yeah!
Oh my gosh, look at those anime eyes. It's incredible.
Amazing.
Look at these humans.
So the camera in this game is very interesting, where basically if you're just running around as I am right now, I can't do anything with the camera. I just have to trust that the developers knew what they were doing.
And as far as I remember, I guess we'll see. I want to say it works at least 70% of the time.
I'm gonna say that more often than not, the camera, considering how hard it is to program a camera in a video game in the first place, more often than not, the camera is at least somewhat useful.
Yes.
When it doesn't work, you're gonna die.
Oh yeah.
But when you stand completely still, your second stick works, and you can use your C stick to do this, which is like not exactly a first-person view on Sonic. It's like
strange.
right
it's
behind
above
him.
You're basically Lackey 2 from Mario.
Yeah, it's a very maybe that's what they were inspired by.
Maybe, but also you can use the triggers to turn the camera. Yeah.
I believe so.
If you're,
yeah. But you're really not. This is not ideal.
Can you drown in that pool?
I'm sure you can.
Let's try to talk to the nice anime lady in the pool. Because you can talk to these people.
I'm on it.
You're on it. All right. What's going on?
Oh no, that wasn't the right
button.
button.
Can you not? Yeah, there you go.
What happened? I was swimming and I missed it.
You weren't swimming. You were standing there.
Well,
actually,
maybe she was swimming during the cutscene.
Well, actually, in the cutscene, these people didn't exist. They popped in after the cutscene.
She was swimming. She was under the water. You couldn't see her.
Fair.
When is Sonic gonna drown?
Maybe he can't drown in the open world. Well, all these mysteries will be discovered later.
Just my luck. A monster appears and then a plane falls. I came here to relax. This is unbelievable.
This is not affecting you, girl, and your twin over here.
A plane crashed over there on the beach. I hope the pilot's okay. Mr. Sonic, please go see if you can save him.
So also we should mention that, look at what we're doing right now. We're not in a level. What's happening?
This is the adventure component of Sonic Adventure.
This is not Act 1.
Well, before we get to that, we have all these. I'm trying to talk to him and I keep spin dashing.
You keep trying to kill this child.
I'm trying to talk to the child, but it's the same button. I'm Mr. Know-It-All. Here's a clue. Grab the spinning rings. It's important. As long as you've got the rings, you'll be okay, even if you hit any hazards. Now you know. Oh, and don't worry if your view suddenly changes. It does that sometimes. Just keep moving in the direction you want.
Just don't fall off the cliff.
It may take a little time to get used to it, so keep trying. We're gonna talk about just keep moving in the direction you want. In like 2 seconds into the level, that's a lie. But anyway, the thing that has to be noted about Sonic is that the original games took place on the planet of Mobius, and there did not seem to be any humans around. It was a world of forest woodland creatures who were terrorized by Eggman. I keep saying Eggman. Dr. Robotnik.
Who was not Eggman yet.
Who would take, and this is also important to understand, because otherwise the plot of this game won't make any sense. He would capture innocent woodland creatures and stick them inside robots as power sources,
yes.
Basically. And those are the robots that he's using to conquer the world. Capture the 7 Chaos Emeralds, blah, 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 blah. This game
the
suddenly...
Dragon Balls, the Chaos Emeralds.
There's a resort, there's humans, what's happening? All of the different versions of Sonic canon, except for the video games, attempt to address this.
Yes.
Sonic X is, Sonic and Robotnik are from another planet and they come to our
Or is
Earth.
it a planet?
Or is it a dimension?
I think it's
whatever.
Or it could be the Earth a million billion years in the future or past, but whatever.
And
then they come back through the
I
Chaos
believe that the
Control.
Archie comics and the original animated TV show never had to address it. They just stuck with their own Freedom Fighters universe with all their little OCs.
Yeah.
I think the Archie comics basically just kind of said, it was like somewhere else on the planet and we didn't talk about it, but I could be wrong.
And speaking of don't talk about it, we also had Underground, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Welcome to Emerald Coast.
Thank
just
you.
like Emerald Hill Zone, and this is a Green. Wow, that was horrible.
It's fine.
Green Hill Zone, Emerald Hill Zone. Sonic games, except for 3, always kick off with a big tropical adventure level.
Yep.
Oh look,
This sure is in Green Hill
if
Zone.
you use the camera, there's things to discover behind
There's
you.
secrets.
Wow, amazing. This is an important part of the feel of Sonic the Hedgehog, if you will. So there's a robot, and there's a little animal inside that robot, and I got to him. I rescued him.
I mentioned to you earlier how it's funny how they used Chaos because they wanted to show off the water engine, but I forgot the first level plops you off just right in water. Like they really wanted the water to look good.
And
I don't know if it looks good. It looks aesthetically pleasing.
It's important. It's an important part of Sonic because the whole kind of
I said I think it looks fine though.
the whole kind of tone of the Sonic games is supposed to be like this kind of chilled out experience, which the later levels in Sonic games often aren't. They move into more slow-paced platforming, but the first level of each of the previous Sonic
it's always
games,
comfy and cozy.
it's the perfect game to play on an overcast, gloomy day like today. So here's what I was talking about with the camera not quite behaving the way that kid was promising, right? If you stop Sonic.
Can't stop, won't stop. That's a song.
Boy, that's you're supposed to learn here to the physics. Wow, look at that.
No, what you're supposed to learn there is to just hold forward and let the game do its thing.
So if
that's not a very big problem in this game, however, that philosophy kind of taints the later series pretty heavily.
If I say to myself, there's a right turn here, I'm gonna turn right.
No, don't do that because
the camera will
change.
correct itself automatically.
It's one of those.
What you're actually supposed to do is continue to hold forward.
Yes.
Oh God, I'm gonna die.
Like,
I got one ring and I'm stuck inside of the ceiling.
listen, as long as you got one ring, you're fine. That's what the kid told you, didn't he?
Get to it, Sonic. Get to it, Sonic.
Can't do it. No, I thought you.
I almost died.
You almost died on the first level of Sonic.
No, Sonic.
Look, there's a spring right there. There's a spring roll. Go get it.
Alrighty, here we go.
No, and that's the thing is when you've played these games as long as I have, you just know and it doesn't bother you. But it's like the first time you're playing, like you just have to kind of have foresight to figure out where the camera is going to go.
Unless you're playing a good game like Sonic Heroes where you actually control the camera.
I guess.
Just
Oh
saying.
yeah, and also you look down there, it's like as far as the other adventuring aspects, it's like you can go off the beaten path.
And look, that's
get rewarded.
classic roly-poly Sonic. Which is
Yep.
another important aspect of the design to acknowledge, which is that the design of Sonic
This is
kind of
not
fundamentally
classic Sonic.
changed with this game.
This is whoa, cool Sonic.
It's a changing. That's something that Bunny Hop, George Wiedemann, Super Bunny Hop, talks about in one of his videos on Sonic, which is the whole difficulty with this thing is that Sonic as a brand is supposed to be the alternate Mario. He's supposed to be hip and cool and edgier, and the problem is that the idea of what is edgy and cool is more morphic than just whatever Mario is.
Yes.
So Sonic has to keep reinventing himself, and it
another-
doesn't always work.
Another thing that we were kind of getting to a second ago, where the auto scroll is this game. They started doing set pieces in this game. Now you had that originally with the classics, with things like the loops and the whatnot. But look at this.
Oh
You're
my
not doing
God.
anything. You're holding back because oh God, look at that well. It's destroying the environment.
Indeed, if I attempted any further
You would
interaction
die.
with that, then
You would die.
I love how the water physics from the Orca are not quite done freaking out when you land here.
Yeah.
So the waves are just, oh no.
Oh, no.
Stop that.
Go kill that monkey. I mean robot.
Oh God, I can't do it.
Oh man.
Oh no.
So yeah, another thing in this game that you didn't really have before is to assist with the new 3D movement. You have the
homing attack.
The homing attack, something that was basically from this point on was a staple. And in my opinion, this game and especially 2.
Oh God, stop! I just want to land.
This
Wanna get
game
that
in
extra
2
life.
is
I'm
the
gonna
best
need
time.
lives.
Yeah, you are. This game in 2 is the best that has ever felt, in my opinion, because there's something, and there's something snappy and fast about it in these games. Oh, wait a minute, what's this?
A different
Wait,
section of the level.
hang on a minute. The music, it's different.
Well, so this is kind of a feature of the original games, which is that you go to different, every level has different acts, and
Exactly.
while you do only play each level once,
This game has multiple acts, structures in it. It's still the same. It's still Emerald Coast, but you have a part 2 of Emerald Coast, and the music changes.
The thing that is so difficult to explain about this game is that we're talking about all this stuff, and none of it is impressive, but the game desperately wants you to think that it is.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what's so hard, because you're saying, this game being the Mario 64 for Sonic, and Mario 64 is like a revelation where that game completely changed how people made video games and still holds up and is amazing outside of, I wish it had twin stick controls, basically. And it's like, this game was a disaster when it came out.
Oh boy, this is my favorite
in
section.
all but style.
This was a section that I never saw trailers for this game, but this was in the trailers for sure. And that's all it exists for.
What, just to hit the button? Oh god, I didn't
Hit the
quite
button
work
and
there.
just... Well, it's because in the trailer you can cut, and it's like, look, you're dashing around all over the place.
No, that's not what's happening.
No, not at all.
You're just standing on a pad and hitting a button over and over again,
It's
which
awful.
also became a mechanical staple of the series,
It sure
especially
did.
in 06. Oh no, it's Tails.
Oh,
Level's
hey,
over.
look, it was a little bit faster that time. So, sadly to say, this is not a character action game like DMC. You do not actually get ranked in this game based on how well you do. It's going to say, like, C completion or whatever.
Yeah, not
Level
bad.
C completed. That's not a rank. We'll get into that later, but every time we beat a level, it'll say Level C completed.
It doesn't mean you're doing bad at the game.
No.
It means it's more like near. It's ending C.
Yes, basically.
Ending C, contrition. Ending C, constipation. Ending C, confusion.
Oh yes, look at these models before they got butchered by our collectible items. Our power-ups.
Too good of a pilot to just crash like that.
Ah, boy, the audio mixing is just amazing.
Oh, it's superb!
Test run using a new prototype propulsion system. It's got a few bugs to iron out.
Why not just use my plane, the Tornado?
Thanks, but you gotta check out my newest power supply. Ta-da!
Oh, here comes the screenshot people have seen everywhere but don't know what it's from. And just
Oh
a minute
yeah,
here.
it is. Wow!
There it is.
Yep, I just happened to find one of the 7 emeralds during one of my test flights. This thing's got unlimited power, you know.
So it's Chaos Emerald. There's 7 of them, and they're the most powerful thing in the world. And Tails is using it to power a plane because he doesn't want to buy gas.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, no, the 7 Chaos Emeralds, Dragon Balls, Chaos Emeralds are the kind of just MacGuffin of this world. They can do whatever.
They can do anything
They can
they
do
need
the
to
ultimate
do.
good and the ultimate bad, just like humans.
Indeed.
Humans.
It's an allegory for the human condition.
You can now play
Oh, did
as
you
Tails.
notice that Sonic was levitating when I first started? Before I hit the stick, he was levitating for a
No,
second.
don't worry about it.
Amazing.
Oh whoa, what is this? It's almost like we're entering like a hub.
An interior in a 3D game, amazing. 5 years before this game
What
came
are
out.
these things? Whoa! What's that? What's that glowing energy over there? I want to get to it, but I can't figure out how to. If only I could go speedy, like light.
Perhaps one of the most important things to explain about this game that I think is interesting, that plays into whether or not this game is a piece of garbage from your perspective or not, right? Is the exploration aspect. And this is something that I actually talked with Aiden about in the original discussion of Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories video that we did, where she mentioned something about how she was saying that if I'd played Kingdom Hearts 1 as a kid, it would have seemed endless. And this is something that's important. When someone who doesn't have game literacy yet plays a game, you don't know what the rules are, you don't know what the parameters are, and so when you're given just a large space to explore, it's like, what am I
supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do? And when you find one secret, you're like, oh god, how many could there be? And when you have an understanding of the limitations of video games, you're like, there's probably 5 things here, and this home is mostly a waste of space. I'm always the first one to read the news, I bet you are. The paper says a mysterious monster was sighted in Station Square, but Sonic drove it away. Isn't he amazing?
Isn't he Segoy?
I'm literally, what are you talking about, lady? And this is so strange because
So Sonic is like a celebrity. In this
Sonic,
world,
yeah.
too.
This is why we were talking about if you are a kid playing a Nintendo game on your GameCube in 2003 or whatever, and you're playing this is just you're now accepting. This is all establishing the worldview of Sonic the Hedgehog, right? If you're playing this game as a Sonic fan on the Dreamcast on $99.99, you're like, what? What the? What? Who? What? Huh? Farewell, old relationship. Hello, new relationship. That's what I always say. La la la, we're in love. There's a special for couples at Twinkle Park. If you bring a date, you can get in free.
Incredible. Guess I'll never go there.
It's special for couples, right? Not all just couples. Cute couples get in free.
Of course.
No ugly couples allowed.
Nope. So also, what you may have seen right there, what you may have seen Jacob doing, and being like, what is that? That right there is the spin dash. You know?
God, I keep forgetting we literally have to, some of these things people are not going to know what they are.
So you know in the original Sonic games when you stop and you hold down and you start pressing the action button and you spin it up and you go fast, it's like that's a way if you have no momentum you can get up or whatever. This game there's no buffer. You press the button and you do it. You can hold it down for as long as you want, but you can also spam it, and it kind of breaks Sonic in this game.
Because in the traditional games, like you say, you hold it down to charge it up, and then that kind of restores your speed. Like if you're out of speed and you need to get up a ramp.
Yes,
or
it's
whatever.
like if there's an incline in front of you, and it's like, well, I've lost all momentum. I can do this to get up. In this game, they did not play test it at all. Sonic is the only one that can use it though, so it's not too big of an issue.
There's also all kinds of weird glitches in this game that I'm not going to be able to do because I'm out of practice, but like with certain things, if you dash and jump on a ramp, you can just like, on a sloped surface that is, you can just absolutely freak the game out and send Sonic to places he should not be going to, but whatever.
This
we'll
game
save
has
that
a
for
whole
another
plethora
day.
of glitches, I am sure.
Because
However,
it is
I do
not
know too many. But what is this piece of fire floating around?
A tiny piece of fire.
Take the train to the Mystic Ruins. Now, what is this? Now, we'll get more into this tutorial character. I quite like the way it's actually handled in this
Do
game.
you?
No, I do. Genuinely, because it's actually, like, it's plot relevant, quote.
Quotation marks.
Or at least, okay, I'm comparing it to the sequel to this game, where Omo Chow
And
is
you
just...
mean all other Sonic games?
Yeah, where it's
Omo Chow?
just, I'm Omo Chow. This is how you jump, you stupid moron. In this game, well, we'll get to see.
I forgot the music doesn't start when you first get here.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, we gotta go over here first. Oh, there, I know I did come in. I thought maybe I had to do the boss first.
No, it's just slow.
Just slow, because the Dreamcast. No, because
Whoa.
the Dreamcast was a weird half-measured console, for those who don't know, between the PlayStation and the N64 and the
I'm
GameCube
Robotnik,
and
not
the
Eggman,
PS2.
he says.
Whatever you say, Eggman.
Oh, whoa!
Enough! I've got this.
So this begins the confusion. Robotnik is the name of the character. Eggman is a derogatory nickname that Sonic and friends use.
However...
After this game, Eggman starts calling himself Eggman. Sometimes in this game.
Sometimes.
Or else what, you big loser?
You big drip.
Or else I'll take them from you by force. The hard way.
I experienced SA2 first.
I did too.
Because I think most people did. Especially within our group of like we saw this on the GameCube first. That was our first exposure. And I had one of those friends who just like made stuff up, and he told me big lies about the plot of SA2 because I just saw individual levels.
Just like my friend who told me the big lies about Persona 3 back in the day.
I've seen footage. I'd seen and played a tiny bit of the Genesis game first, but like my first real exposure was SA2 at a friend's house. Sonic Adventure 2. We're using the abbreviated
Hornet.
nomenclature.
So yeah, also Mr. Robotnik, but he names everything Egg whatever. This is not just a joke name. There is spoilers for the head, but there's something called the Egg Carrier.
He's getting upset at them for using a nickname that he has designated himself with.
So, also, you may have noticed we played one level and 2 boss fights. This game actually has quite a bit of boss fights, and I don't think there's a good one.
There's not a single good one. The reason there's lots of boss fights is because you have to make fewer levels. All you have to do is make a big flat area.
And
it can be on the overworld.
And perhaps you actually have to, and who knows, we may have to repeat one or almost all of the boss fights.
Is there a single boss fight that you don't have to repeat other than the one chaos fight you do as Knuckles?
Oh, I guess we'll see, but I'm having a hard time figuring out if there is. Each person has...
Can't see what I'm doing.
Well, I was
There we
saying
go, I still
that
beat him.
each person has a final boss that is unique to them.
If I jumped up into him right now, it
You
would
would take
hurt me.
damage, yes.
It's amazing.
Hey, I'll play with you
Some other time.
He always has a hitbox.
He always has a hitbox, and Sonic always has something cool to say.
What a cool...
Oh, and also,
dude.
you'll see that we're collecting the rings at the end of it. Perhaps they can be used for something later on. Who
Can they
knows?
be?
they can.
That sounds silly to me. It sounds ridiculous. This game's great.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
Watch this carefully right here. It does the little like...
Yeah, the anime.
And also watch this. There's clearly two hands that can't bend.
Yes.
Because the one that's coming out of his ship goes all the way up off screen and then another one comes down.
Exactly.
Clearly that model cannot actually bend and they had two models for the ship. Just one of them was off screen.
Chaos? Wait, didn't we beat him?
Oh no, isn't that the same monster I saw the
And the Chaos Emerald and Eggman's hand are animated independently and he misses Chaos.
But it doesn't matter. And now...
Oh, yes.
It's just as the stone tablets predicted. This is another thing where as a kid, when you don't understand the rules of game design and you're always trying to figure everything out, there are certain forms of chaos in this game you don't fight, and I always figured they must have been somewhere else in the game, and I just hadn't found the way to fight them yet.
my dude, when I was younger, I was like online, like figuring out, like, what does Chaos 3 look like? I want to know.
Yeah.
We get to see what Chaos 1 and 2 look like, but it's like Chaos 3, it's just skipped. It's like, whoa, what would that look like?
See, he did choose to call it Robotnik Land. In almost every other game after this, whatever city or empire or whatever, he's trying to build his egg something.
Also, he has a flashbang.
He flashbanged us and it wore off in like 2 seconds and nobody was even hurt. Eggman has all kinds of improvised weaponry.
Oh, Tails, you stupid child. How old is he in this game? He's 4?
Something.
In Heroes, he's 4.
I don't know. I have no idea. You could grab the box, we could pull out the instruction manual and we could check it. Yeah, but for those who don't know, Tails is a child with like 400 IQ or something like that.
He's a super genius. Sonic is explicitly 15 years old.
15? I'm Dim Membrane. I'm 12 years old. And I'm the only thing standing between the Earth and Zim. Oh no, hold on, I can do it. I can do it.
You can do it. But can you do it?
No.
Oh no.
So this game doesn't have stars. It has these emblem things, which are weird.
Oh yes, emblems. How I've become acquainted with them.
The emblems are more like moons almost from this game was a big inspiration for Mario Odyssey, where they're just kind of around. They don't.
Well, the thing is, in Mario Odyssey, you do need them to a certain extent to
the
progress.
emblems are worth nothing.
In this game, this game, it's not possible to finish with 0 emblems, but you could do it.
Because you get emblems for like beating levels, obviously.
There you go.
Oh boy, it could not handle me picking up an emblem.
It never can. It never can. So, of course, while it's neat that...
No, I can do it.
It's neat that this was the first open world game to ever exist. Not...
Sonic... This is
this is the first good open world game
This
to ever
is just as open as 64. If we want to get real, this is just as open as Mario 64.
It absolutely is. However, in 64, you generally have a clear idea where to go. This game, you don't.
So that's something that is worth mentioning is that there's a level of abstraction to 64, Mario 64. Whenever we say 64, that usually means we're referring to that we're usually referring to Mario 64, just as a point of reference. If we just say the word 64, but if in that game, like you jump through a painting, you're in a level, whatever. There is still the same feeling I was talking about a second ago, where if you're not game literate, if you're a dumb, stupid child, it's like, how big is this castle?
Yeah, exactly.
How much more is there to discover in this castle? Especially when you discover stuff like, I can jump through the thing with Peach and it's a whole new level behind it.
Wow.
I can look at the ceiling and there's a level. With this level, there's a bit more of a sense, with this game, there's a bit more a sense of levels are connected to the overworld, because there is at least some thematic connection of I've walked to this area and now there's a level that looks kind of like the area I was just standing in.
Sort of. Usually.
Kind of.
Also, this is Tails' workshop. He may be 4 years old, but not only is he a genius, but he also has his own house.
And he has a logo, it's like he runs a business.
Exactly. He probably does. Oh, what is this? So, what I said a second ago about unclear, it's like think about it like this.
Eggman flew off with the Chaos Emeralds. Okay, now what?
Well, not even just that. We rescued Tails. He said, come find my workshop. And then, we ran around for a little bit and hopped on the train and just miraculously got here. There's not, I said open world, most of the places, it's really not that big of a world, obviously. Most of the places are locked off to us right now, so you would have found us by brute force. What is this thing we're carrying?
You have no direction on where to go in this game at all, which means that when you're playing it and you're a small child, dumbass, it becomes a much bigger experience where there's a lot to it of exploring.
It's the same color, but what does this do?
Oh man, I solved the puzzle. And then I guess we're supposed to be blowing up here. And then then we're in an actual level. This is the second level of the game.
Yes. Now, I don't know, like it or hate it, I am glad that 2 did not have the open world just because I didn't want to have to experience just the...
Oh god.
Yeah, okay, so the bubbles in this game, sometimes you bounce off of them, most of the time you don't.
No, I did bounce off it. I tried to turn around and go back to the checkpoint, and that was a mistake.
But sometimes you just go through it. That's another problem with it in this game. Now, as you see right here, this is not something they've taught you. This is just something you have to experience.
This is something I know with my big gamer brain.
It's like, I can target that? Oh, wow. And I can homing attack this and this and this. And it's like, the game doesn't tell you how to do that, but it rewards you for being able to figure it out. And it's neat. Like I said, it's the first game that does it, and it feels pretty good.
In the Sonic series.
In the Sonic series.
With the homing attack.
This is the first homing attack.
Oh, I forgot that I have to actually hit the stick there.
No!
No! I thought for sure that was just a simulated roller coaster. Nope. My bad.
It is a simulated roller coaster, but you have to hold forward.
You have to hold forward. What a video game.
No, yeah, you gotta spin it. Oh no, spin it. You gotta get that life. Yeah.
Out of the way, Tails.
No, yeah.
Oh no, we're going away.
What is this? Oh, I guess we're dead. All right, next character.
Tails flies in with us is what's great, because Tails is just programmed to follow us. And we'll have to do this later, we'll have to slap in a second controller, but in Sonic 2, the original Sonic the Hedgehog 2, when Tails was introduced, Tails is the second player character. You can play as Tails, right? You can play as the game as Tails. You can play as Tails in this too. Doesn't work so good.
I didn't know that, genuinely. Okay.
So the whole point of Tails is that Tails is the ultimate let your little brother play for a minute character.
Yes.
Because he can't die, and that's kind of the whole thing. Is he can't die? He can run around. So your little brother is not gonna burn lives, and you can let him play, or your little sister, whatever. Somebody else can play the game, and they're not gonna get in the way of you getting your big gamer high score. The problem is that in this game, the camera is bound completely to Sonic.
Completely.
So if somebody was playing as Tails right now, they'd still be in control as Tails, but they can't see Tails anymore. And they would stay like that for the rest of the level. So it has limited functionality. It's more of just a little joke novelty thing.
Wait, what is this? You see those rings over there? If you tried to collect those rings, you would have just died.
Oh yeah?
How do you solve this problem?
Oh god, I'm pushing forward on the stick as hard as I can.
Yes, once again,
the level does not want me to go straight.
So that segment was another, that's a cinematic moment, but these long sections also want to be cinematic. However, doesn't really work because you were clipping the wall. It's nearly impossible to not do that.
This game. This is also. Some Mario games move into total abstraction. Sonic games always move into total abstraction.
Completely. We haven't seen half of it yet. You could argue that for some reason, the tornado tore the sky up, and this is just a remainder. But
no, this was always here.
But then you have these things, yes, but it shot you out, and we can't see the ground. I don't know. Sonic doesn't have to breathe, though. That was proven in Sonic X. It's fine. But he can still get frozen.
Oh, God.
From being
I messed it up.
I
messed it up.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to die.
But
don't
worry.
Fine. We did it. We're good. I'm fine.
Oh,
I'm
man.
a big
Look
gamer.
at the camera angle, though. Look how cool this is. Don't you feel cool playing this?
This game
Sonic's the coolest.
This game is a very early push the button to feel good title.
It sure is. Hey, look at that. Oh, man.
There's just a Chaos Emerald sitting up here.
Give me that meth rock. I need it.
Watch the pacing.
Hey,
the pacing is so wild.
We're just gently caressing Tails right now.
Not bad.
And the whole Sonic games had no plot. There was no script. And the people who were
the
writing
script
this
was
game,
fight the big bad.
The closest they had to having a script was the opening of Sonic Adventure 3, where Sonic and Tails are on a plane, and then Knuckles attacks them and steals the Chaos Emeralds, and then Eggman burns the forest down. That's like all the narrative content you get in a Sonic game.
So where do we go now?
We have to go back now. We have to go back to the city now.
No, what does the mysterious ball say? Who doesn't have a name yet?
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Oh wait, what's that down there?
Was the ball over here?
No, the ball's back by the train.
My mistake. Where am I? What do you want me to look at? You want me to look down here?
Oh no, not yet. What's that? Uh-oh.
Oh no, I'm trapped down here now.
Oh.
I will have to platform. Oh, an egg.
An egg. Maybe we'll have to check it out later.
What a mysterious substance.
Is that where Sonic came from? I doubt it.
He's a mammal. I don't think
He's
not a platypus.
That doesn't mean anything in Sonic.
Hold on, where was the red? Work with me,
straight.
video game.
Yeah, okay, go.
I can't turn the camera.
Yes, right there.
Go to Station Square. You may find something.
Oh yay! Thank you,
Wow,
video
thank
game.
you. It's the only way I would have known anything.
Something may be there, and that does not narrow it down.
Not at all. But it's also the other indication is when you left a level, it said the train leaving for Station
Yeah,
Square.
but it says that every time you load back
doesn't.
in. Does it not?
No,
Oh,
because
okay.
sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at this! New time of day. It's noon now. We've been having a big adventure.
Hey, it's Sonic!
Not
Is it true
noon,
that you
but you know
saved the
what I mean.
entire world? What's happening with Angel Island?
Angel Island? Wait, what?
That's what gets so bizarre, is that Angel Island is the only location from the old games that is explicitly called out in this game.
You may have seen it in the intro video.
Oh, we're gonna get, oh boy.
What?
This game's hilarious. I know we're not being super hilarious right now. We gotta get back in the LP groove, man. We haven't done this in quite some time.
Listen, it's fine. We're gonna get this.
You know, this
You
is
can't go that way, though. Don't
No,
worry.
I can do it!
No, you can't do it. You're over here, but you can't do it.
I just
All
did
right,
it.
you're in the sewer water now. That is actually explicitly sewer water.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You stink. All right, let's see. Where do we go?
I know where we
we're
go,
no longer
so I'm
being
gonna
blocked
cheat.
off.
Oh, did you see that sign that said books?
Books?
Sean, the last time I asked you to help me with something, your excuse was just one word. Books. What's up with that girl? She's been standing there all day just staring into the burger shop.
Dude, that's me. I need me a girl like that. Are you the burger shop?
Burger Girl! I'm trying to talk to Burger Girl. Oh, my heart's breaking. I thought I would just be just enough to stare at him from a distance, but I can't go on like this. I'd love to get to know the burger shop guy.
Which one?
Do
This
you mean
one?
this guy?
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, my heart's breaking. No!
What a bizarre moment. This game's
I'm trying to put the man down.
You're too far. Listen, you gotta jump and throw.
Yeah.
Are you the one?
Working here right now, I feel like somebody's staring at me. What can it be? Where's the man who explains the
Oh,
burger
wow.
shop man?
I don't know if he's here yet.
There's a man who explains
Is he
that
in the shop
leaves it.
across the way?
He leaves a mannequin of a man outside of his burger shop to make it look like the burger, like people are interested in shopping there and eating burgers there.
Dude, Sonic has some pretty deep lore.
Dude, it's just, what are you
Are you
talking
Burger
about?
Man?
Put him inside. Come on in. I saw you fighting that monster. I hate to think what would have happened to this town if you weren't here.
Oh man, what's in here? Anything interesting? What's that?
An egg
What?
and a
An
hidden Mickey.
egg?
Oh no, it's just a cross. Never mind. I thought I needed to pull out my gummy phone for a second.
No, 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 go pick up the egg.
I'm not picking up the egg right now.
No, you need to. You need to see, because look, what's gonna happen? I want to leave with the egg. Whoa! No shoplifting, Sonic.
He doesn't care that I'm carrying this.
Well, he knows Sonic.
Oh, I gotta put it
You
back.
gotta put it back. He know. I like this is gonna. No. Oh man, this game's good. This game's polished.
Yeah, I think it was about to respawn, so I would have just landed on there. I wouldn't have had to place it at all. So yeah, this game is an early experiment in 3D from people who don't know what they're doing. Except the problem is that it's not even that early, because Ocarina was out by this point, and
it was Sonic Teams.
it was Sonic Teams. Everybody in this town is incredibly rich and drives the best cars.
They really do, and they do not care if a small hedgehog stands on it. Whoa, where are you going? There's a hole back there.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I forgot what I went there for in the first place. I was so excited for Burger Man.
Whoa. What's this? Oh no.
Ew, this is so not cool. Oh boy, I could jump up to this
How would a
exit
hu-
sign.
How would a human do this?
What's
Whoa!
this?
What's that?
Awesome,
These weren't
fresh new
classic
kicks.
games.
Oh yeah, now I can run
Now
even
you got
faster.
Lightspeed shoes. press and hold the action button to store up power.
So this was not in the
That
classic
doesn't make
game,
it sound
but
like I go fast. That makes it sound like I go slow.
maybe it's because it is in this game and it's poorly implemented.
Light speed. As long as there's a trail of rings, you can go just about anywhere.
It's so long as anywhere is where it's preset.
Yeah,
in the game.
it's where the rings are. Hold on, is there something else down here?
Not really.
No.
It's a big box that says don't
Don't go that
do
way.
that.
Was that time to crate? Have we seen a crate before this?
Had we?
I wasn't paying enough attention.
God,
I wasn't paying attention to time to crate.
So what does it mean?
It
Press the
means
B
that if I
button.
hold this down for a long time, Sonic will go,
Ready, go!
and I can dash along lines of rings.
You'll glow a weird color. You'll have energy around you. So, yeah, there were no power-ups or anything like this in the classic games. But yes, this is the first instance of a power-up, and it changes the way your character looks.
Oh, hold on, hold on. It sure fooled me. It's just a statue in front of the burger shop. I hear it goes on trips sometimes, though.
Incredible.
What a strange world. Where can a guy find a chili dog?
There's no chili dog, but like they do not mention chili dogs in Sonic games until like Generations. Like
No, that's not true. He's eating a chili dog in the opening of Black Knight.
Oh, you're right. But they don't.
He's eating 2 chili dogs in the opening of Black Knight.
Oh.